Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've got the Q, but I've got the I as well, so I have Chi and Chin on my rack. Neither of which is going to leave a great rack leave, but it's good to play off the Q. And I still can underneath the B. Do I have any alternatives? I don't think so. So I think the best is Chin for 20. 3 L's. Pretty grim. But I have call and sell and fall and fella, so I have options in terms of getting rid of some of these L's. I don't need to get rid of all of them by itself. A lone L is quite bingo-y. Boner is good, so I can stick an A or an E on the end of bon. And my F or C can go in front of O-N. Only an I goes underneath Q in terms of parallel plays in row J. I don't think I have a bingo with this rack, but there could be some 8s with it, given the fall prefix or suffix. But I'm not seeing such a play. If my opponent doesn't have an I, the options I've considered could easily be blocked. By takes an O in front. Okay, great, only 14 points for my opponent, but this isn't so good in that my candidate plays don't play in columns 9 or 11, and Juve takes nothing in front. Now the U does give me F-U-L as a prefix. Do I have anything? Well, I have fecula, but that doesn't score very much and it keeps 2 L's, so that's not great. I could just play full, but that's 7 points. Pretty appalling. Neither my C nor my F goes underneath by or on. So this has worked out quite well for my opponent. Absolutely none of my tiles go either side of the U. Now can I get the C or the F tripled? I'm not sure I can. So what about Feluca? I think this is good. It sorts the rack out, 20 points. And it's not good. Okay, let's get that off the board. I wonder what I was confusing it with. I'm going with full. The rack leaves okay. And it's not giving masses away. Great, I have article and recital on my rack. Article plays in row E, making EF. Do I have anything through the L? I don't have anything which goes after it. I'm not seeing anything through the L. So what else is available? Great, article remains playable. Do I have anything better? I have clarinet through the N, but that opens up column 15, so isn't better. Article takes a P in front. Still both P's to come, so article for 73. I draw a P. And these are bingo-y tiles, but it's too vowel heavy, so I don't think I have a bingo with this rack. And I'm not sure I can use the P hook to good effect. Maybe I shall hang on to the P and play AIA to balance the rack. And I can do that alongside main G. And I have an I for going underneath the Q, So I could just play AI and Chi, 17 points, leaving quite a good rack leave. Wow, look at that, 81 points for my opponent. Great bingo for him, he now takes the lead. My AIA spot remains available, but that's very volatile. So, in the sense that it opens up column 15 for a high score even without a bingo. So I could play Ali down here for 19, quite a good score. I'm opening up a bingo lane, which is good. I'm not providing any non-bingo opportunities for my opponent. And the rack leave is good, and I'm retaining the P for particle. So I'm going with this. So through an E, I would have Seascape. No E's available. Opponent provides, well, this E won't work because nothing goes in front of the C. I don't need to check that. I've got space on my rack as a prefix. So what about this H? Do I have a bingo through that? I don't think so. I have chap S, which burns both S's. Opponent about 50 points ahead. There's also... Now through an I think I would have cappy aces, but no I available. Do I have anything through the M? Possibly cam passes, I'm not sure about that. How about the O? Not seeing anything there. Or the V, nothing there, so down to borides. The B not looking particularly useful, and an O I've already considered. So I've exhausted bingo prospects. So how about playing calfs? This S scores 3 points. I wonder if that S is better on my rack, not because the second S is worth very much, but in terms of balancing vowels and consonants, and because the S can go next to the I as the beginning of a 7-letter bingo. I think the S is marginally better on my rack. So calf for 33. I have auxeces. Is there anywhere for it? And there may not be. And I note that I burnt the P for particle. Good score for my opponent. Flump takes an S. But auxeces doesn't have either S in the right spot. The S of bore I is quite blocky because not too many tiles go underneath it. Now, do I have... I was going to say auxeces across here, but it fails with BU. I think it works everywhere else. Bid takes an A in front. So I've given up now on playing my bingo. And I don't think there are any alternative bingos. So how to sort the rack out? Well, I'd like to score with the X since the rest of the rack is quite bingo-y. It would be nice to get rid of the U. Not sure I can do that. So I can play X here. I have EAUX on my rack and just EAUX, which would burn the U and the X. This is 36 points and it's taking out row A as a scoring spot for my opponent. Is there anywhere for EAUX? And I'm retaining the S's for flumps. I haven't seen a way of burning the X with the U. So I'm going with this. I draw only vowels. But since I was only drawing 2 tiles, that's hardly a massive injustice, or improbability rather. And I've got no scoring tiles, so I'm 20 points behind, opponent on turn, but I'm not going to be scoring very much with my next play. So I'd like to play off OU. It would be nice to play off one or two more vowels. So I have UOI on my rack. I don't think there are any bingos with this rack, the floating consonants being the C of calf, V of hover, and B of borides. I do have the OUS ending. So is there anywhere good for OU or UOI? I have OU in the top right. That takes out the flumps hook. Opponent plays UVA again for the second time, as implied by the word again. So where can I play? And I could burn one of my S's, provided I could get rid of quite a lot of vowels. So I'm looking at the QI spot. I could play OES, but then the rack leaves pretty poor. But that's 24 points, and it's leaving alone the flumps hook. I feel I'm missing something much better here. What about a play beginning with the S? Not seeing anything there. The B scores nothing because it's a blank. Can't see anything down onto the L. I'm thinking of playing OU. I'm still close enough to my opponent to be within one bingo of him, and there is a bingo lane in column 13 beside the I of Alii, and there is the floating B and O and row K and the C of calf, so this isn't shutting down too many bingo lanes. OU for 10. I draw the Z, which is generally a good thing. I don't have a bingo with this rack. Through an N, I would have zaniness. So where can I play the Z? UVA takes an E, but I can't see any ZE plays in column 6. Wow, nice bingo by my opponent. 80 points, that puts him into a 102-point lead. So I have Zines, or Azines, in... Wow, look at this, there are no A's to come and no blanks. So if I play Zines here, I'm retaining the A for column 1, and this is scoring 47 points. Can I do better? 11 minutes on my clock, 27 tiles in the bag. Should I be retaining the S? And the reason for retaining the S would be to have a bingo lane in row L, but the S actually contributes quite a lot. It contributes 14 points to this score, so given that there are bingo lanes in column 13, wow, that's pretty much it. And a slender one in row K, but I think column 13 is difficult to block, and I'll be able to open new bingo lanes with the Azines hook, so I'm going with this. That looks pretty good. Wow, 49-point response from my opponent, and I'm not seeing a bingo with this rack. If there is one there, it'll be high probability. Still a lot of E's to come, but I'm 100 points behind. Am I missing any floaters on this board? I don't think I am. My nice A hook, I don't think is available. Now opponent's play of honed has actually opened up a new bingo lane in row M because red takes a D, E and S after it and an O. Gosh, so if there is a bingo with this rack, it may be playable. Am I missing something? I'm just considering the letters in turn as the initial letter of a bingo. Can't see anything, so whore would create even more bingo lanes, score 21 points. Rack-leeb slightly, well, it's ideal in terms of vowel-consonant balance, but that assumes a balanced bag. Let me check the vowels. 8 out of 25, the bag is not balanced. I should be hanging on to more vowels. Let me take this back. So I could play heart, but that's retaining an O with 2 to come. I could play, well, hora and hora is the same as whore. 8 minutes on my clock. And what about a play in row M? Well, only my S goes after bin. I think it's a choice between whore and heart. I think I'm going with whore. If I draw an E, I will have a very strong 5-letter set, and there are 5 E's to come. And the A of whore is an available vowel for a bingo. Whore for 21. I dodge all of the E's, but I do have 2 vowels, and I'm 80 points behind. I can't see a bingo with this rack. And I can't see any 8s either. Wow, nice score for my opponent, 45 points. I've just seen that word played in one of the World Championship games that are being streamed today. Not seeing anything beginning with RE. 11 tiles in the bag, so I'm looking to jettison the W. And possibly an S. Just wondering if I had to play something WL, but I don't. So I could play toes. I'm just mindful of the vowel situation. £26 points for toes, which is quite good. I'm 130 points behind, so I have to score something. I'm not going to bingo twice. And in fact, I think the chances of winning are extremely slender. But I'm endeavouring to still play the winningest play. So what about playing twirl? 27 points. Keeping OSS. I think the I is better than the O as a bingo-y tile. Again, if I draw an E, I've got a great 5-letter set. So toes for 26. Is there a better spot for these tiles? I don't think so. I'm going with this. I still miss the E's. And this is pretty unbingo-y. And there are 8 tiles in the bag, and I trail by 100 points, so not great shape. And the B and G are not very bingo-y. 6 tiles in the bag. And I think now I do need to hang on to my vowel if I can. And I am resigned to losing this game. So I could play jib here. 12 points. Again, if I draw an E, I would have a pretty good 6-letter satin sitter. Where else can I play off just consonants? I could play bang, which takes an S. That might cause my opponent some anxiety. Which would be quite nice. So I think I'll do that. No more S's to come. There is one on my rack. So bang for 7. And if opponent plays across from the I to block such a play, he'll be providing a couple of floaters. Bang for 7. Still no E. But I have a Y, which is a quasi-vowel. But no bingo with this rack. Opponent has a bingo, and the E's are in the bag. 73 points for him. He's now close to the 500 mark. I'm about to smash through the 300 barrier. Opponent has provided a floating I, but my rack is too unbingo-y to provide a bingo. Now, opponent has these tiles. I don't think he can go out with them, so I'm looking to go out in 2. So I can play skirt, keeping TY, which should have a couple of outs, I would have thought. So TYG, sty, possibly both blockable. Can I do something better than skirt? That's nearly 40 points, so it's going to be tricky to beat it. So this game needs to be put out of its misery, I think. Skirt for 39. But has my opponent got a really good J spot that I should be blocking? No, I don't think so. So 2 minutes on my clock. Wow, I didn't realise I had so little. So I have Tig and Sty. And I think my opponent's going to struggle to block both of those. So do I have something which scores even more? Just looking at the top of the board. So 22 for my opponent. Sty still available, Tig still available. Nothing new provided. So Tig for 7. And the final score, 351 to me, 513 to my opponent, a winning margin of 162 points. So well done to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. It was my opponent to go fast. He played Bon. Wow, I didn't see Sank. I played Chin for 20. Sank for 26. F9. Yeah, and I think that's a better play. It blocks the board up more. Opponent's rack. Plays Juva. And now this was a rack I struggled with. And what did I go with in the end? I went with full for 7. But Favel G8. Ah, because of Fon. Yep, Favel would have been a better play. Falcon D8. Okay, down through the ON. So I think a few of the options there, or many of the options there, probably better than full. So opponent's rack. He plays Mangy. And now, one of the reasons for playing full was to leave a decent rack leave, and it has matured into a bingo. A choice of 3, I went with article. And I still like that, but look at this fantastic rack for my opponent. 10 million bingos, and he plays Boreides to take a 38-point lead. Wow! Missed bingo here through the R. Apiaries, well done if you spotted that. I missed it, and that would have been a good time to bingo, straight after my opponent has done so. So, a big miss there. I play Arlei for 19, which is in second place, but a long way behind the best play. Opponent plays Hover. Wow, look at this, another miss bingo. Caspase. Well, even if I'd have seen that, I don't think I would have been sure of it, or even thought it was a word. I don't think I would have even checked it. Caspase for 88, making Particle. So, a second missed bingo there. And opponent misses a bingo. Wow. Complete missed bingo fest in this game with Flare Up. Plays Flump for 40. Now, can I make it 3 in a row? No, I can't. I don't miss a bingo. I play X for 36, and I could have played at K3. Axes for 48, but retaining the U. Okay, 12-point difference. U's worth 6. So I think probably not terribly much between those plays. Opponent plays U there. Wow. Okay, another missed bingo. Cesius down from the C. Again, wow. It's a 5-vowel 8, so it's certainly a word I would have studied, but doesn't look too familiar. I play OU for 10, retaining a decent rack leave. Opponent bingos with Crinated. And I play Zines for 47, Acciones, playable through the O. Okay, I don't think there's terribly much between those. However, the Zines play does allow a big comeback in row L. I am setting up the A hook, but row L is a very hot lane that it provides, and opponent avails himself of it with Honed. Great, no missed bingo here. I thought there may be. Zorro for 28 makes it very easy to score in row O. So I quite like Whore for 21. Opponent plays Zowie. And the game is lost at this point. I played Toes for 26, and that's just in the mix and is fine. Opponent plays Hour. And now my rack deteriorates. I play Bang to open up column 15. Opponent has Dotting, which was nice for him. And now I'm looking to go out. I have Skirt for 39, which I think guarantees an out with the final move. Opponent plays Jet A, and I could have got one more point with Tony in column 8. So that was the end of the game. Very well played by my opponent. Always good to get over 500 points. And I think the game turned on the missed bingos. Straight after my opponent bingoed, I had an opportunity to come back with Caspase, and I didn't see that, and then I missed Cesius. So a couple of quite significant misses in terms of the outcome of the game in all likelihood. So again, well done if you spotted either of those. So onwards and upwards. I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.